Okay, and we are live. So today we're making some Easter basket marshmallow cereal treats. So I'm going to start with a microwave safe bowl right here. And I'm going to spray it with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray, just to help it out a little bit later. Okay, and then I'm going to grab half a stick of unsalted butter, which is about 4 tablespoons, or if you're doing grams, I believe it's about 55 grams. Okay, and get off. There you go. Okay, so we're going to just start to melt this in the microwave because we want to, start this getting melted down before we actually add our marshmallows. So we're gonna pop this in the microwave for probably, it's a little bit chilly in here. I'm gonna do like 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, and in the meantime, while that's going, I'm gonna start to get my other bowl ready. I'm going to spray this also with non-stick cooking spray, just to make everything easier. I've mentioned before that I first saw this baking spray for marshmallow treats trick from Bake My Day Mimo, and ever since then I've used it. So super handy, helps with having things stick less to the bowl so you can actually get everything out of the container. So it all works out quite nicely. Okay, and I decided to do the chocolate flavor today. So let's pour all of it right in. This is one whole, just regular box, which is how many ounces are you? 15.5 ounces, 439 grams, in case you are curious. Okay, so we're gonna set that to the side. Okay, so the butter's pretty much melted. I'm gonna call it good. I'm also gonna spray just to mix it a little bit. Yeah, there was like that little piece left over that immediately went away. Okay, so now we're gonna add in our marshmallows, and I'm actually gonna use just a whole bunch of leftover Peeps that I had that I wanna make sure get used up. I don't have to toss them. And they're like getting a little bit firmer, and they're perfect still for melting down. So hello, thank you for joining. And I'm just gonna use all of them. So it might be like a little bit marshmallowy, but I'm thinking that I want to just use everything, and to ensure. That's my dog upset that there's noise outside. Just bear with me for a second, please. So I have these extra marshmallows. Actually, I don't want to do. Yeah, I'll do this. Okay. So like I said, I have these extra Peeps, and I'm just gonna chuck them on in here. So this gets rid of all of my Peeps that I can use up for Easter content. And we're gonna give it a little mix here. Move my container out of the way. So I wanna try to get some butter on everything. It's a little bit difficult because these are obviously like a lot bigger than regular little marshmallows that we use, but come here. Just as long as they all kind of get a little bit on there. Yeah, it is a little bit trickier than typical marshmallows, but like I said, I love the fact that we're gonna use these so I don't have to have any waste we're gonna pop that into the microwave. And we're gonna go, I usually like to start with 30 seconds. I don't wanna do too much because it expands and gets really big and all that kind of stuff. So let me sounds like my dog Coda. Don't worry, I'm very used to that. Yeah, she I have her blocked in part of the hallway, but she still was very upset about the sounds. And then hi, thank you for joining. What kind of dog do you have? She is a whole fun little mix of, we did like the doggy DNA thing, and she's actually a Staffordshire Terrier, which my sister likes to equate to like a goofy pit bull, which is kind of accurate. And then she also has a little bit of lab mixed into her, a little bit of husky, Malamute, and but I think the rest of it is like they weren't quite sure what there was in there. So she's a fun little mix of different breeds. And then the camera quality is so good. What do you use? Oh, thank you. This is an iPhone 13 Max, I believe. I got this like almost probably like 2 years ago at this point, but yeah, it's the, as far as I remember, I never remember like the model that I get, but I believe it's the 13 Max. The main reason I got it was because I needed a whole bunch of storage space. So that was like the key with all the videos that I film and everything. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to get these. Definitely more than 30 seconds. Okay, let's go back in there again. Wow, she seems amazing. Yeah, she's my good little pup that loves to cuddle and sometimes thinks that the bed is hers, and how dare you get in her bed. The table looks like someone ripped the hair out of a dog. Oh, that's not a pleasant image. This is a marble that my mom picked out when we were doing the kitchen, and she loves it because of the little purple accents in it. She was very excited. She loves purple, so she was very excited to find marble that had purple in it. Okay, so starting to see some melting. Okay. Looking really interesting. All right, let's stick that back in the microwave. I'm doing another 30 seconds just to try to get it to finish heating through. Yo, so good. Yes, marshmallows are always so delicious. Let me see, what else do I have here? I still have non-stick cooking spray on hand in case I need it. But in the meantime, also, we have our container ready to go. So I have a just kind of standard muffin cupcake style pan here, and then I took some parchment paper and then cut little pieces down like this, and then you can make like a little cup. So this one will stay once I actually put something in it, obviously. But I made a few of those, and so, but they like to roll up because it's at the end of our parchment paper. So we're just gonna press them in here, and these are gonna be our little basket mold essentially. So we have some parchment paper ready to go for those. It's not enough, I'll be able to finish after the live, but that's what we're working with for our vessel, if you will. Okay. There's like a couple of them that don't want to melt down. There you go. Still might need like a little bit more time. This does not look like near as much marshmallow as it seemed at first. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Everything is melted. I think I want to add a little bit of, I'm thinking just a touch of salt and a little bit of cocoa powder just to kind of balance out the sweetness, but also give it a little bit more flavor. And it also will, you know, help enhance the chocolate of the Krispies. Hello, thank you for joining. Okay, so we're gonna do a little splash of vanilla here. I usually measure it out, but we're going with whatever our gut tells us. And then I'm gonna add maybe like a generous teaspoon of cocoa powder. It says I love chocolate personally, so this is a let me show you. Special Dark specifically is the one that I prefer because I just really like the chocolate flavor that it gives. Okay, and salt. Just a little bit. So excited. Last weekend I completely cleaned out the pantry and now it's like very organized for our spice cupboard, I should say. So excited. That was a project we've been talking about for a while. And finally, I just did it. I guess the spring cleaning hit. Oh, it smells so good. It smells almost like chocolate milk. Okay. We're the same person, Carly. I always use Special Dark too. Oh my gosh, really? That's also awesome. I know we've had so many similarities recently. We need to get together at some point. Especially go live, make some treats and everything. Okay. Just a couple little chocolate pieces because I didn't sift it, so there's a little bit of chunks in there, but I think they're gonna get mixed in with everything. And we'll be all good. I think I want to stick this in the microwave just to make sure it stays kind of gooey while we're mixing, because that's going to be a pain in the butt if it starts to set too quickly before we've had a chance to mix it. So pop this in the microwave for like 20 seconds, something like that. Put my vanilla away. And we're going to get our bowl ready. And I've been organizing cabinets too. Oh my gosh, we totally are on the same wavelength. Yeah, I was like, we've been talking about it for so long of cleaning out old spices and then in the pantry, making room for, certain parts of the baking stuff that I do specifically. And then all of a sudden this weekend, I was just like, I got that wind that just took me and like I was doing a bunch of stuff. So very productive. Not very relaxing, but very productive. Okay. So we've got our marshmallow. And we're going to pour it right over. Hello from Texas. Hi, thank you so much for joining, Kelly. Get off there. All right. Okie dokie. So we're going to just obviously mix this through. course, it does get kind of sticky, but as you can see, there's not very much sticking to the sides here because of that nonstick cooking spray. It's like a miracle worker. Okay, just trying to make sure that they all get coated with some marshmallow here. Oop. That one fly at me, but then put itself back in the bowl. That was very nice of it to do. Okay, almost. There's like a stubborn little bit down here that... Oh my god, that smells so good. So chocolatey. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. I'm not seeing any little loosey-goosey pieces here, except for these little bits that got stuck up here. Okay, we look really good. Doesn't that marshmallow look so nice? Yum. Okay, so we're ready for our pan. I have this little non-stick or non-slip thing so it can actually secure it, if you're curious as to why that is there. Okay, so we have our little cup, and we're just gonna push this down and then grab some of our mixture here. Oh, and I also need, I'm gonna use a little like shot glass that's used for, I got marshmallow on it already. It's used for measuring, you know, just like little amounts of liquid for baking. So I'm going to press that into the center when we actually get our mixture in here. Sound is so satisfying. Yes, it is. ASMR treat edition. So yeah, for sure. I'm like, I don't like ASMR stuff at all, except for when it comes to like food prep or making food. Not eating food. I don't do the mukbang stuff, but like the ASMR of the actual like preparation of food. I don't know what it is about it that is so satisfying. Okay, I'm also gonna spray this just over the sink really quick with the non-stick cooking spray so that it'll also not stick. It's like really generously coated. I cannot talk today. But that's just to make sure that it's easy peasy to, you know, squish it down and get it out. Okay, so let's grab a little bit of our mixture. And then with this part, I have a little bit of non-stick cooking spray on my hands. I'm going to do a little bit more because it's going to be so much easier just to press this down with my gloved hand. So non-stick. And then just press it on down. And grab our, oop, that's slippery. And just try and create like, oh, it's like really solidly packed. I might have added a little bit too much, but just a little indent there. Like that. That works. We don't need too much because unless you want to fill this with some type of like ganache or even pastry cream or something, you're going to want to line it with some chocolate to make sure that it doesn't affect the Rice Krispie treat or soften it. But that would be perfect. And you could go a little bit further down and actually create like a little cute cup. But because I'm going to fill this with just a little bit of candy, I'm not going to go overboard with it. So we're going to keep it a little bit more simple, but I actually kind of want to do that now. So later I might make a couple of those. Okay, let's do a couple more. I'm just going to reach in and grab some mixture. Okay, so we're using about this much. I think that seems like a pretty good amount. Just put in the sensor and needs a little bit more on this side over here. I think it's better to be a little bit more generous and then just have to crunch it down a little bit more. Okay, last one for right now. We could use cupcake liners too, right? Yes, I think the only thing for me is that I'm curious if they would stick to the marshmallow and make it a little bit difficult to get out, but if you try that, let me know. In my head, it would work, but I'm just not sure about the marshmallow sticking to it. I know that with the parchment paper, because it has like a light little like waxiness to it, then it easily kind of comes off. It's not waxy, but you know what I mean? It's like a little bit different. So I am kind of curious. I thought about that too. So now I kind of want to test it out to see if it would actually work or not. So I just did these because it's like an easy way of doing like a little cup, and then you can like easily pop it out. See, like crunch on down. Maybe just a little bit more over here. And smush. Or spray the paper ones with nonstick spray. Ooh, yes. Or silicone cupcake. Yes, that would for sure work. Love that idea. Okay. I'm going to clean my hands now. Get all that non-stick stuff off. Okay. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to stick some dark chocolate melting wafers into the microwave. So that's how we're going to get these to stick. And I'm going to grab my... Obviously, there's going to be easier to do as soon as you put the mixture together because it's still nice and warm. But I just wanted to make sure that we actually like finish one fully on camera. So that's why I also did it this way, because I didn't want to... Usually I'd let these completely set and then show you guys later how they turned out. But I want to make sure we actually get through the whole thing. So let me see. I feel like if I don't put down parchment paper, then the camera kind of goes wonky with the marble. But I'm at like the end of the roll, so it doesn't want to stay down. Stay. Haha. Okay. So let me check on the chocolate. And yeah, it's barely started to remelt. Just a wee bit in the center, so definitely needs to go back in. This time I'm going to do like 25 seconds, just reduce it by a little bit so I'm not overdoing it. Okay, and I'm going to grab some chocolate goodies to decorate with. forgot that in my organization swing, I've moved everything for the Easter stuff. Okay. And now I got my Easter bucket of sprinkles and chocolate and all that fun stuff. So we have a whole plethora of goodies to decorate our little baskets with. We're doing a little bit better, but there's definitely still some good sized pieces. Just gonna mix it a little bit more to see if the heat from it will melt it down, but it's not doing it that much right now. So okay, a little bit more time, probably like 15, 20 seconds along those lines. 15. Okay. So, of course, the melts will set pretty fast. So I'm gonna get all of my candies ready. So I have a giant bag of mini eggs, which is very, very handy for dessert decorating, obviously, because it's, you know, a better deal. It's also just a bigger bag to work with. What else do I want to get out? Ooh, I have giant eggs. That's fun. And then, ooh, what is your favorite Easter candy? Let me know in the chat. And when this gets posted later, let me know in the comments. These are mine. If I had to pick one Easter candy, they are the mini eggs Royal Dark specifically. I am obsessed. Ever since I found these years ago, I think my sister first found them, like, I don't even know how long ago. But whenever they have them, because there have been a couple years where they didn't have them and it was very upsetting. But I love the flavor of it so much more because it's just such a really deep chocolate flavor, and it's not nearly as sweet tasting as the mini eggs, the regular milk chocolate ones. So those are my personal favorite. What is yours? Let me know. Okay, our chocolate looks good. We're gonna grab our stuff, but I'm just grabbing a whole mixture of candy that I bought. I'm actually gonna move my little bucket here. Let's see. A couple different sprinkle choices. I'm gonna move this so it's not in my way. Okay. So, jelly beans or robin's eggs. Both of them very solid. That's actually, I have robin's eggs. And then I also have some peanut butter mini eggs that are unwrapped individually. They're all like a whole little bag of them that are not individually wrapped. I also have these peanut butter bunnies, as well as I love Reese's Pieces eggs. They're a bit on the sweet side, of course, but I just love them. And they're such bright, fun colors. And of course you saw our robin's eggs, mini eggs, and then we're using a couple of sprinkles that I got from Wilton. I love these spring sprinkles, as you already know. And then I thought this would be fun to be able to add a little bit of that grass with the green sprinkles, you know, like at the very top of it. So let's grab out our first one. I'm not going to decorate all of them on camera. I'm not going to make you sit through the same thing, but like I said, I wanted to make sure we got to decorate a full basket and not have to wait for these to completely set. So I think let's peel it off gently. Yeah, I think I probably should have sprayed this a little bit even because it's sticking a little bit more than usual. But overall, not too bad. I'm gonna leave it on here though, so that I can just pop this into the fridge just for a couple minutes so it'll actually finish, finish setting properly. So I'm not gonna mess with it that way, but at least you can see how the basket's doing. Last week you were melting down some Ghirardelli white chocolate and I had the hardest time getting it to melt smooth. I had some vegetable oil and finally got it to melt smooth, but never experienced that issue. They weren't really old either. It was thick and chunky. Interesting. Was it the regular Ghirardelli white chocolate or was it the Ghirardelli melting wafers? I'm kind of curious. Because I have had some of their melting wafers. Usually, for the most part, they are really good, but once in a while you get a bag that it just doesn't work the same. Because usually I don't have to add anything. I don't have to add vegetable oil or anything like that. But once in a while I get one of those bags where it just, for whatever reason, it just does not want to cooperate, if you will. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious which one that you were using. We're going to add a little bit of chocolate in here. Just kind of line our basket. And this is what you would do, except the well would be bigger if you want to add it, like fill in something, like I said, ganache or something along those lines. You could also completely dip the basket if you wanted to, but we're just going to keep it simple today. Okay, I'm kind of going up a little bit on the sides because this is where I'm going to put those sprinkles to really sell the little grass look. I should have separated the eggs earlier. I'm going to do that really quick. I like to use the eggs sometimes for separate stuff. Like I said, we're going to use the sprinkles to make it like an easy grass. They're melting wafers? Yeah, I've had the same thing happen and it's so weird because, like I said, usually, as I'm sure you know, they're really good quality, but then once in a while there's a bag that just, it is a weird consistency, and I totally get what you're saying. I have not been able to figure out why that happens, what the difference is. Yeah, it threw you off big time. Yeah, for sure. I've had that same experience that you just described, and it's just is very strange for sure with how good a quality the rest of the stuff is. It is definitely kind of jarring to be like, wait a second, this is usually so much easier and better. Okay, so we're just adding it along the top here. Just get a nice little layer of our grass, if you will. We're going to set that off to the side. And then we're going to add some robin's eggs and mini eggs and maybe even one of the peanut butter bunnies. That's been something I've been enjoying adding. And ooh, we could even add a bunny peep. That would be adorable. Let's see. You could do all the cups with just like 3 of these robin's eggs because the regular size, I like to get usually the mini, but I decided to get big ones this year too. So 3 of these would fill this up really nicely and be a great little treat by itself, but I'm going to do a little variety for funsies. I'm going to grab a bunny as well. Okay, and then let's do a few eggs. These are just the regular. The mini eggs are perfect. The milk chocolate ones are great for decorations because they have the brighter colors. But like I said, I am partial to the flavor of the other ones. Let's do a little blue one, kind of right in front there. And, I don't know if I want to add anything else. Maybe a few little sprinkles. for some little color on the inside there. Kind of fills in the center of the basket just a little bit more. Very aggravating. Yes, I totally understand the aggravation with the melts. Definitely been through that. Robin's eggs, yes. And cute, thank you so much. And yeah, that's just one of the ways. Of course, there's a whole variety with all the different toppings you can do, and they even have that like wafer paper little grass stuff that I've only used it really to make the if you remember the Easter basket hot chocolate bomb I posted like a few weeks ago, I used that for the handle in there, and I haven't had a chance to actually try it like wrapping it around because it feels like it breaks so easily that I'm just not sure, but you could definitely use that as like a little bit of grass right here and kind of secure it with the chocolate. But I feel like this is just a nice little couple easy things to be able to do to make adorable little basket treats. So that's our first one. And like I said, I'll decorate the rest of them and post some pictures later. I'm not sure today because it is very overcast, which makes taking pictures a little bit challenging. But that's our live for today. Do you guys have any questions or anything else you'd like to pop in here? 6 people here that got thumbs up. Show her some treat love. Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. Let's see. This is our last live for Easter time, which is just, again, so crazy to me that this season went by so fast because it felt like we had so much time. But in the meantime, I will be working on planning out our next, set of lives, if you will. So let me know if there's anything specific that you all would like to see. I like to do it like more simple things. Once in a while, I have baked something. So let me know if you'd like to see a little bit more of that. But I feel like it's a lot easier to obviously do like the type of like marshmallow treats and like the bark especially. I have a very cute idea for the first live after the Easter time coming up. I am taking a break. I have not posted about that, but I'm going to take a little I'll still be posting. I'll have shorts that'll automatically upload, but I'm going to be taking like a little posting break for about a week from April 1st to April 7th, and I haven't had a chance to post about that yet, so you guys are the first ones to know. And it's just a little breather, but also a time to get set up for the next, planning out the lives and getting some shorts content recorded, and also definitely the tutorial videos. Got some fun stuff coming up for spring and summer. So, and also I am finishing a video today for our last tutorial video of the Easter season. They are carrot cake cookies for Easter. And they're not just regular cookies, they're decorated too. So make sure to keep an eye out for that later today. And of course, shorts videos, all that fun stuff. So cute. Thank you for doing this. Have a great Easter. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a great Easter too. If that is all, then I'm going to continue decorating these guys and actually getting the rest of the cup shaped because I think this is going to be a little bit challenging, but it'll be fun. So, and like I said, I'll post pictures later of however I decorate the whole variety of them. I'll see which ones you guys like the best. Get a Twizzler or rope of some kind for a handle too. Cute. Oh yes, that would be a great idea. I've actually seen, oh my gosh, blanking on the name. Maria from Beauty and the Sweets on Instagram and TikTok. I don't believe she has YouTube, but she makes adorable things. And she actually found, I need to ask her where she got these, but she found like chocolate looking red vines, and that was like would be a perfect little basket element. So I need to ask her where she got those because that would be so fun. I'll keep looking out for your stuff. Thank you so much. Like I said, I will be doing, there's no community post next week, no live, no tutorial, but next week there will be just automatic uploads for some shorts content. And then I'll get back to, I'm trying to get better about like responding to comments more regularly, but next week will be kind of a break of that as well, just so I can, pump out a lot of content for you all as we come up into the, May and June, which is just crazy to say because I feel like this year is flying by so fast. But yes, anyway, so keep an eye out for all the fun stuff. And that is all for today. Thank you all so much for joining. And I will see you all very, very soon. I hope you have a great Easter and a fabulous weekend. And I will see you in the near future. Okay, bye.